Yet another collection of short bad fanfiction. Night's cover, a Gears of War fanfiction. Sometimes Baird is awakened in the middle of the night by the restless press of Marcus's body against his own. Though he's still soundly asleep, Marcus reaches for his bedmate. He wraps his arms tight and presses his face into the curve of Baird's neck. He mumbles and sighs and clings like he never would when he's awake. Baird's sleepy fingers trip down Marcus's spine, slow and clumsy and as soothing as he can muster when the bright green numbers on the clock are screaming 3 o'clock and his eyes feel full of grit. Marcus presses closer in his sleep, plasters himself against Baird's side even in the middle of a sweaty midsummer night. He gasps a deep breath. It hisses back out to tickle Baird's skin on the heels of another restless grumble. Shh, Damon coos, his tongue thick in his mouth and uncooperative when he follows it up with, "I'm here. I've got you." Marcus sighs again, long and slow, his body relaxing, sagging against Baird's as though they're the words he's been waiting to hear. A moment later, his breath evens out, warm and welcome when it caresses Baird's skin. Damon smiles contentedly, his fingers slowing, then curling loosely against Marcus's hip as the haze of sleep creeps back in and makes it impossible to keep his eyes open. Their middle-of-the-night interludes never last more than a few minutes, only long enough to make Damon feel warm and needed and loved. He drifts off, falling headfirst into another fanciful dream, safe in the knowledge that he's still able to guard Marcus's sleep in the ways that matter most. Super hot Papaitan fanfiction. In Undertale fanfiction. But Pirate and Marathon were in Alpha's lab and then they were talking with Dirty. "I put in the pansy, says the Marathon. "Oh," says the Papyrus. "I'm a kinky bitch for the pose." Then they fucked in the bathroom while Metaton was having diarrhea. And Cisco attempts to use his powers and him and Lisa are found out. Cisco was trying to vibe Caitlin when Lisa Golden Glider walked in asking what he was doing. He told Lisa he has his power to control vibrations and see in other dimensions. Lisa asked if he wanted to take a break and he agreed. She said she thought it was cool he developed powers even though he's just getting used to them. "Your powers sound cool, Cisco." "Yeah, even though it's not super speed, it's cool to have some powers." "I think it's a very cool power once you get the hang of it, Cisco. It will be amazing. Like I always say, Cisco, you're smart and I find that sexy. Do you always tell me later? Cisco, you can try to vibe me right now. I have something else planned for us. For use. Sorry," she said, seductively licking her lips. "I want you, Cisco, now." Great. The L Word, a Rick and Morty fanfiction. They were both panning hard like they were running a marathon, and Rick couldn't help but admire how adorable his grandson was on top of him. Morty was flushed, sweating and swearing, and absolutely perfect. His lips were all over him, licking and caressing and biting every inch of Rick he could reach. He rode his grandpa like a champ, his entire body moving rhythmically. Rick was right on the edge, so close. He thrusted roughly into Morty and elicited a choked sob from him, music to his ears. The young boy was jerking himself frantically. "Rick!" he whined. His pace quickened and Rick moaned, relishing the feeling of being ridden hard and fast. I love you, Rick!" Morty shouted as he came. "Oh, God," he said it. Rick moaned as he pumped his grandson, full of cum. They'd both been tiptoeing around saying it to each other, and the intensity of the moment set him right over the edge. Morty slumped down to snuggle, thoroughly sticky and satisfied. Rick kissed the side of his face, content. Withered Love, a Five Nights at Freddy's fanfiction. Maribel lay on her hand. Who the fuck is Maribel? On withered Bonnie's shoulder. The faceless animatronic held her in his arms and emanated static. "What was that, sweetie?" Maribel asked, tightening her grip on his shoulder. "Nothing. Just some feedback," withered Bonnie muttered. He looked down at Mike Schmidt's 22-year-old daughter and ran his fingers through her red hair. He remembered the first time they met, how she fixed his voice box and patched up some minor tears in in his torso. "Okay. Good night, Bonnie," Maribel whispered, dozing off in his arms. He placed her in the office chair and tried to smile despite not having a face. They'd been dating for a year now, and he was seriously thinking about getting a ring for her. He didn't get paid until next month, but it was worth proposing to her. She was kind, smart, beautiful, and faithful to him, and wasn't likely to cheat on him. He loved her utterly and would go to hell and back for her. She was still a virgin, something he wanted to change as soon as they got married. He just stared at her for a while, then kissed her forehead and checked the cameras so she wouldn't have to. He saw someone, a dark grayish bear in a yellow hat and bow tie in the main hall, coming towards the office. Plushtrap groaned. "Nightmare, we're doomed." Withered Bonnie loaded Maribel's Colt M1911 and aimed down the hall. "Not on my watch." A Story of True Love, a Ratchet and Clank fanfiction. "Are you ready for this, my little schnookums?" Helga said hopefully to Captain Quark. He nodded with excitement. Clank soon arrived with a gleam on his tiny metallic little body, sleek and shiny. Helga winked at them as she sat down and watched, as Quark and Clank fricked in the booty. That was delightful. I dedicate this next fan fiction to my roommate James. Don't throw the baby. A Boondock Saints fanfiction. Connor draped his pregnancy book over his distended stomach because he was pregnant. Hey, asshole. Do you even know how to hold a baby? Murphy shot his brother a dirty look. Well, no shit, I ain't no fucking retard. I don't believe that. Murphy rolled his eyes. Of course you don't. Where in the hell would you have learned to hold a fucking baby? Murphy darted his eyes across the room. Hey, Murph, where's the white teddy bear you gave me for Valentine's Day? Connor asked as he stretched his back. Murphy shrugged. I don't fucking know. Go find it then. Connor chucked his pregnancy book at his brother and lover, who was jogging out of the room. A few moments later, Murphy, who was holding the white teddy bear, came back in the room. He handed the teddy bear to his brother. What do you need this stupid fucking bear for? Take back the fucking bear. Murphy swiped the bear off of Connor's stomach. Holding it upside down by the foot, he asked, What the fuck do you want me to do with it? Connor smirked at Murphy. What the fuck's with the smile? Murphy asked. Connor laughed to himself. You said you know how to hold a child. Murphy shook the baby in Connor's face. Fucking shaken baby syndrome. Oh my god, Connor yelled. You fucking asshole. That ain't funny. You're right, Murphy chortled. It's fucking hilarious. Connor felt about ready to cry. You're such a fucking ass. Murphy, in his fit of laughter, threw the teddy bear at the floor. Don't throw the fucking baby. That's it. Thank you for watching. Please check out my other videos. There are also things, and if you want to watch the last one in this video, it's a series, I guess. I just make these whenever. Click up in the top right-hand corner. If you want to watch a video that has nothing to do with my channel whatsoever, click in the bottom left-hand corner. If you want to buy shirts and shit, that's up in the top left-hand corner, and I also have a Patreon that's in the bottom right-hand corner. If I fucked any of those corners up, whatever, you know the drill. Fuck, you've watched my videos before. God damn, get it. You just know. You know? It's common knowledge.